Weird, right?
There must be a bunch of people living in a jungle that just get hit by coconuts all day.
It happens, apparently. Ah, there you go. The odds of anything are sometimes weird. Let's jump into game number 1, as we have Ultrazeem Stronghold, our map, spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner. We have our red Zerg, Mr. Ace Inertio, and up to the top left, we have our blue Protoss. It's Mana. I may have made that up. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Sorry. All right.
Did you know more people die from jumping off skyscrapers than people on the motorway?
Well,
Did you know,
I don't know.
It's more likely to have an accident if you are walking under a ladder than on top of a ladder?
Nice. Did you know that baby dolphins have mustaches?
I did actually. I knew that one.
Did you? Oh, damn.
I saw that on the Discovery Channel.
Oh, okay. You picked me.
So, one of the largest maps here. I'd expect to see a greedy opening from Mana. I really doubt Inertio could ever do an early pull to try to get away with it. So, I mean, he's going to open up with one gateway here. I wonder if he goes straight for the Nexus behind this, or whether he just tries to play regular game and say, you know what, there could be that chance that, of course, I would lose to a 6 pull because it's Inertio and stuff like that happens. So, I mean, Mana's build is rather regular so on out, and to be honest, so is Inertio's. 15 pull versus a gateway opening.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to take the size of the map into their own court.
I actually think this map is double the size of Heavy Rain if you look at it. Yeah, it's double the size. So this is by far the biggest map we've had for quite a while. Ever since, I think, Calm Before the Storm. And in some aspects, I mean, this map really reminds me of Calm Before the Storm. Not only the back pocket expansion, but just the flow of the game in general.
And do remember that we talked about the Inertio Stardust rivalry earlier on, about how they've played a lot against each other and it's been back and forth. Well, this rivalry between two Polish players has been kind of there forever as well.
Yeah.
When it comes to StarCraft 2. And in all this series that they've played against each other, Mana has only ever won 1. And that is 1, as in the number 1.
It's tough.
Over a lot of series. The number exact is in double digits. It's crazy. Inertio just doesn't lose to this guy.
That's really brutal. And Mana, well, he's already sent out his probe to scout around. He really needs to find out where his bunt is pretty quickly. There's a Nexus going to go down, and then from this point on is where the options will unfold. I am expecting Stargate. Anything other than that for me is very, very strange.
Well, he's credit boost into the Cybercore. Something you wouldn't see if he was trying to rush out Stargate, I don't think.
I suppose you could go for some gateway pressure.
Well, it's a large map. It's hard to scout.
Yeah. And that probe is going to head straight on down here. It's going to spot this base. Now, does he reveal this probe is the question. Because getting another probe over there later on is tough. The Overlord just spotted that, actually.
Well, the Zergling sees Chronoboost in the Cybercore, and I think that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Doesn't really know what's going on, but I think upon seeing that, you've got to be like, in a minute. And start to wonder what is Mana planning. And there's already gateways coming down, and not just a couple. There's 2, and there's going to be a 3rd here. If he wants to wait a little bit more, there could be another one. But 4 gateways immediately, a probe in the middle of the map. But this was all spotted by a little Zergling that saw Chronoboost.
The little Zergling that could. I should rephrase my option of the Stargate and say, if you're going to play out the game long, Stargate's a brilliant option. But now, Mana's just going for that full-on aggression. 4 gateways worth of it, in fact. And that probe hasn't been spotted. It's actually brutally difficult to spot a probe on this map as a Zerg.
I mean, Inertio's already through that Zergling, which got up there, which is very fortunate for him. He's already started to build a spine crawler and added on a couple of Zerglings already. He's got an Overlord on the right-hand side. He's moving a Zergling to the perfect position.
Wow.
He's covering both high grounds, which are close to his base, which is where a probe could be hidden. He's found the probe. And he's going to guess that the pylon is up there as well. I mean, if it's not on the right-hand side, it's probably on the left. He's got the Roach Warren coming in. Is he going to be able to defend this attack?
Very good movement by Inertio there. And then, you know, with the distance of the pylon, this gives Inertio a little bit more time to get the setup.
Closer.
Yeah, and there he goes with that, does Mana. So, very important. All right, well, The defense will begin. The 2 queens come down.
There's a lot of units here, and Roach is going to follow this up soon as well. It doesn't have a lot of gas for the Roaches. You'd only be able to build a couple. But I think that Nurcho is looking pretty decent at the moment. Let's find out how many more Zealots are going to come in. 3 more, 7 in total, I think that is, or 8.
It's difficult.
8.
Very difficult for Nurcho to, well, Mana to transition
the
from
ramp
this.
as well, but all the Zerglings are down already.
Yeah, that's a lot here, especially with the Queen support as well. The Spine Crawler has been isolated, so it's not going to be able to take part in the fight for now.
Those Roaches are just going to be so critical to this fight, and already the Stargate's been thrown down. Nurcho even has an Overlord inside his opponent's base too, so he can see the follow-up and when it's been started, so he knows how much commitment there is going to be to this attack.
A difficult place that Mana is in currently here. Nurcho just trying to wiggle on around. Those Roaches are about to pop. Force Field will go on the ramp to deny some reinforcements if he gets the position correct. But still, that's so many Zerglings. So many Zerglings.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to stop this, is he?
Nope.
I mean, Mana, that is.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to stop dying. That's the question. That's the thing you're trying to point out. Mana loses his sentries. He's going to lose a lot of these Zealots. And even the Queens just haven't died.
Yep, this is perfect. And 9 drones right behind it. Just excellent Zergling scout from the get-go. So one single chrono boost into the Cybercore. He knew what was coming. And even the follow-up sees the Stargate, sees the Oracle.
Ugh.
So we have 14 drones, and from an Oracle being built, I'd expect maybe a couple of Spore Crawlers to come down next, maybe an additional Queen, just to make sure he is safe. He's going to go clean up that pylon on the left-hand side, maybe put a bit of pressure on his opponent's front door, and just drone up. He's in drone heaven.
Yeah, the sentries will be able to hold on to the ramp here for Mana, so that's nice for him, but during all of that, the layer's going to be morphing in. Nurcho's going to have free reign over this map, and then as a Protoss player here, if your Oracle's not going to do damage elsewhere, then you need to find maybe other bases that Nurchio's going to throw down. And there's actually a pylon over on the right-hand side here for Mana, which is a very nice addition because, again, bases can just spring up whenever they want.
I wonder which is the best way for Nurcho to play this from here on out, because the standard response on a small map would be, all right, let me go to the Hydralisk den. Because you know he's gone Stargate, you know he's playing from a slower economy because he's dedicated to this kind of attack.
Yeah.
And you would go Hydras, but this map is so big that I don't think it's as viable. Sorry, so maybe it's Hydra's Nidus or something to use the Nidus for him to get over there fast. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly which way he's going to go. I doubt it's Spire though, because seeing the Stargate so early on, it doesn't make too much sense. I don't think.
I would like to see the Nidus play. Nice transfuse to save that Queen.
Didn't even get any drones. Really, really bad there with that Oracle.
And well, he only adds on a 5th gas geyser at the 3rd base, so I really don't think it's going to be Spire either. Oh, then again, he did just add on the 6th. But if you were going for Spire, I would imagine him just throwing down both of those at the same time, making it a very, very swift action.
Yeah, I think he would have mined gas a little bit earlier on to get the maximum amount of gas he could do earlier. And he's going to move over there with a couple of speedlings and maybe try to get a denial on this 3rd, but I don't think that's going to be too smart. I mean, not too smart, but it's not going to work. There's enough Zealots and Sentries with the Void Ray Mothership Core here to deny it, I think. But I'm interested to see what tech choice are you going to choose, Nurcho?
Oh, it is going to be the Spire after all of that.
So he's going to try the Spire here. Okay, that's fine to do so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a player against a player who is committing to Void Rays, which are on a map like this, is a far more defensive unit than a Phoenix would be generally to try and put on some harassment over the other side, then this could work out. It depends on when Mana sees it.
Yeah. I don't think for a long time, because he's going to be very focused on trying to keep this 3rd alive.
Yeah, the Zerglings trying to wrap around this army. Nice force field, choking off a lot of these from getting in. Still very nice force field control. Very patient force field control, but there's no cannon there to build. Well, I mean, the Void Ray is the sufficient defense instead of the cannon.
So it's going to be an air-on-air battle. Probably end up being Mutilus and Corruptor versus Void Ray Phoenix, I'd imagine here. A 2nd Stargate has been added on. Mana still without any indication on what exactly he's playing against, whether it comes to Hydralisks or Mutalisks, but I think he was probably going along the same thought process as that. Excuse me, as I was. It's hard to place Hydralisks on this map. It's too big. It's a long way to go over the other side. It gives the Protoss player a lot of time. Reinforcements don't get there as fast. And Nurcho's style has always been favored towards Mutalisks, or at least air, should I say. So I think he's probably guessing that that's going to be the case. He's starting to build Phoenixes, and you wouldn't build Phoenixes if it was anything other than Mutalisks. So he's definitely expecting his opponent to go down that tech choice.
He even sees this base down at the bottom, sees the extractors being added on extremely quickly there for Nurture. Meanwhile, added, as you said, adding on all of those Stargates, it just, you know, it does go down that same thought process. But behind all of this, the important thing here for Nurture is that because the map's so huge, he just takes bases wherever he wants, whenever he wants.
He's got 5 bases, all mining gas against a Protoss player who's on 3 bases. He's got a 6th base that can be utilized. And this is the downside from the Protoss perspective. How can you whack-a-mole so many bases on a map so big like this? You can't keep them down. And I'm surprised that we don't even see a second Spire yet from Nurture. You might as well just build a second Spire and upgrade twice at once here. He's dedicating fully to this. He's even going to mine gas from the 6th base. His gas income is going to be reaching the 2,000 mark or just below the 2,000 mark eventually when he starts mining from everything here. Absolutely unbelievable play from, or a very unbelievable economic play from Nurture, which is going to be very difficult to combat here for Mana.
And he knows how many Mutalisks there are out on the field after seeing, well, a good flock of them there with that Observer in the middle of the map. But likewise, Mana knows the disadvantages that he has on this map, which is that whack-a-mole style that he needs to incorporate, like you mentioned. So that pylon over on the right was there, set up for bases on the right-hand side. He's also got a pylon on the left, actually warping across some rocks, which is a really cool play there from Mana. That's going to have to draw Nurture back.
And he needs to slow down this, really, doesn't he? He's got a pylon on the top right as well. So if he's able to destroy this base in the bottom, or at least find a way to keep on harassing it and also harass at the top, he's found a way to slow the economy of Nurture. But the Zealots at the top right, they're not even going to go to the 6th base. He's not even expecting Nurture to have a 6th base at this time.
Wow. That's overshadowed there.
Yeah, well, he sees the drones. I hope he blinking well knows now.
Yeah, he needs to turn around. Or at least, actually, I guess he could use them in another location. But, I mean, the Mutalisks are always just going to clean them up and kill them. And a little bit of a waste.
Yeah. And now with his opponent on 6 bases, 200 gas per base, 1,200 gas a minute, 12 Mutalisks a minute. Absolutely incredible. So much income available to him very shortly. I mean, well, the Phoenixes are here, but there are no Corruptors to support these at all yet.
Yeah, and he does have Anion Pulse Crystals about to finish.
Okay, they are with them, sorry.
Yeah, they join. But the thing is that Mana with those Zealots did buy himself a good chunk of time to get these Phoenix numbers up, right, as well as finish Anion Pulse Crystals. So at least he didn't incur any damage back home. He's got his 4th base on the way, but Zerglings and Mutalisks, if all that army moved over there, he could put on quite a bit of pressure.
And Nurture's setting up a trap for these Phoenixes. He's got the Infestation Pit down. He's got Pathogen Glands on the way. If he was even to maybe get Burrow or something, which I don't think he has yet, I mean, he could burrow on the ground and then jump up and catch the Phoenixes. But whatever the case, the trap is still there. If he catches these Phoenixes with a fungal, they will all die. And Mana has no idea about it.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. It really is. He does have an Observer in the middle of the map that he could try and use to spot that out, but right now he's more focused entirely on the Phoenix numbers.
That Observer may spot the Infestors if he doesn't. Yeah, he does. So he's seen the Infestors, so he should realize that they're out, and this is definitely a scary point. But these Infestors don't have the energy available. Lucky you.
Very much so. Now, the Phoenix, if they continue with air upgrades, can continue to challenge this pretty heavily as it has to dance away from Corruptors. They do a lot of damage to them, but he's adding on the Templar Archives here. Probably to go up to Storm and Archons, like, well, at least Storm, derp. But he has a few idle probes in his 3rd base, actually.
Yeah, a bit of a small mistake there. So now it's going to be... there's the catch.
That's very nicely done. Lifts up the remaining ones, though, so he's actually going to be able to get away with a lot of these Phoenix if he wants to, and it kills off every single Corruptor.
Where's the rest of his army? That wasn't all of it, was it?
You mean for
Nurture's army?
I don't know. It's kind of elsewhere.
He should have had the Mutalisks there, too. I'm not sure why they weren't there together. Once you trap them, I mean... Sure, Phoenixes are great against them, but when they're not moving...
He was trying to shoo away the Warp Prism that's down in the bottom right with the Mutalisks, etc.
Okay. If they were all there together, that would have been much better. He's lost all the Infestors now.
When it came to the Templar Archives, I was trying to determine which one he really wanted, which I'm assuming is Storm, but then I just kind of said both, and I was like, wait a minute, that's the stupidest thing I've ever said. But Mutalisk now, just still dancing around in the middle of the map. For Nurture, he's really indecisive in this game. He can't really push out too hard.
Zealots on the right-hand side. Mana's dealing with this playstyle really well.
Yeah.
You know, he's used his Phoenixes efficiently so far. He's been harassing the Mineral Lines with this pylon up to the top right.
Yeah, he's
even getting into the drone line of Nurture here. He's hurting Nurture for once.
24 kills. It's almost as if this should be a complete reverse situation and Nurture should be the one doing this damage. But Mana has played this game out really, really well.
There are 2 Infestors, but then Need a fungal. If you can just land a couple of fungals on these guys.
Yeah, and there's still more Zealots just streaming into this 6th base. Now, of course, this 6th base, I want to say, was more of a luxury for Nurchio than anything, because he still has a million gas geysers over other locations, but it's not nice to have this shut down, it's taken significant damage.
The Infestors are coming, by the way.
Yeah,
They're very close. If they can land a fungal on these Phoenixes, I know there's not that many of them left, but still.
Getting rid of him would mean that he was able to put on some pressure over the other side of the map at least, which would be nice for him. Yeah. Where are you, Infestors?
Well, so far, Mana's done really well. He's got a 4th base, uncontested at all. He just has it. He's got a decent amount of Void Rays being built up. He has Storm on the way. Nurchio is moving forwards. Quite a lot of Mulas, quite a lot of Corruptors here. Void Rays, Stalkers, and Phoenixes together. I think he should be able to hold off against this. He's got a decent supply, and if that +2 completes in 5 seconds, which it is going to, then it should be okay, I think.
Yeah, he's doing all right, his mana. 195 against 186 supply in total. The Phoenix going to go straight in for the engagement onto those Mutalisks and push those away. He only got like 5 kills on the probes during that small assault.
Yeah, Mana's confident to take this fight.
And he's going to go straight for it. Void Rays charge up, and they're going to land a lot of damage onto those Corruptors very quickly. But a fungal or two did hit that. Nice Storms actually ripped through all of that air army, but I think he's going to have enough in the end. The Corruptors are actually holding their own pretty well against this.
It's close, but he does win out at the end.
Yeah.
He does win out in the end, but still, there's a Warp Prism that's managed to get into the main base here, and of course all the units are on the other side, so that is a great Warp Prism.
Big Zealot warp in. Charge is not done yet for them, so it's not the most efficient of harassments, but it's still enough to draw Nurchio back, give Mana breathing time, give him time to add on more Phoenix, and continuously add on to a strong army.
Yeah, Mana can take a 5th base now, and probably should be wanting to send maybe some Zealots to the right-hand side again from his 4th or something. But so far, so good on this large map from both sides. I think Mana's dealing with this style really, really well. That Nurchio is very good at this style. He's played a lot of games like this. But overall, Air is good if you can keep the Protoss economy down.
Yeah.
But the Protoss economy is not really that low. It's kind of high. And if he's able to take a 5th base soon, which I'm sure is definitely something he'll want to do, is his natural is about to mine out, then if he establishes a 5th base and is able to continue to build up a large army, I think this game starts to swing, in favor of Mana.
Yeah, the Zealots everywhere have really been just the
pure
saving
going to
grace.
the top right. This is perfect.
Exactly. He never gives Nurchio the opportunity to really apply the one time he's been able to apply pressure is the one time that Mana was like, all right, that's fine. I've just finished Storm. I've just got my almost maxed army out, so I'm happy to take that engagement.
I think that there should be some more Void Rays added in again. There's only 2. There was 5 before in the last fight, unless he doesn't want to use Void Rays. I think they'd be nice to use in here.
Would Archons, I think, make it easier in the...
They should use everything, really.
Yeah.
You as a Protoss player, you want to reuse everything. So there's the Void Rays being added on, which is good. But this is a nice move from Nurchio. He's going to deny the 5th base. This is probably where his army should have been, actually, Mana's army. Should have been around that 5th base, protecting that. Because he really needs that 5th base up to be able to keep up with building a good army and keep up with the economy which Nurchio has set himself.
And one lonely Corruptor gets caught out. Whilst these Infestors were trailing behind this army, so maybe we could have seen a fungal, but there's not that many fungals actually left over in those 2 Infestors, so it would be hard to really chain and get much done.
Yeah, and there's still quite a bit of excess minerals that Mana has, so he should be trying to keep up the harassment.
Yeah.
Whether it be a new Warp Prism in the game, whether it be sending some units down. He's got a pylon to the top right again. I think it can go over the rocks. I think he'll use that, but for now, I don't think Mana's quite ready to fight yet, but he may have to. Especially because his Phoenix is getting locked down.
Yeah, we're getting pummeled for a second there by the Corruptors as they turn around and go straight for the fight once again. But Guardian Shield has been activated, so the majority, apart from the Zerglings, of that damage will be deterred.
Right now, Mana